blood pressure is how hard does the heart pump and how do the vessels receive it. So there's two numbers, systolic and diastolic. So your number is 120/80. That's what the pressure the heart squeezes and what's the diastolic pressure at the end of a heart squeeze. And that's the resistance of flow. So blood pressure is those two things. Now, high blood pressure is when the blood pressure is elevated. So you can have high systolic blood pressure, 140 is elevated blood pressure, systolic. You can have elevated diastolic pressure, high resistance to flow. So 90 is that elevated diastolic pressure. And the lower your blood pressure is without feeling symptoms, the better it is. So a blood pressure of 100/70 is great. 90/65 is great, unless somebody feels dizzy when they stand up or move. So blood pressure is affected by salt intake, by weight, by heart pump. Kidney disease can cause high blood pressure. Sometimes people get high elevated blood pressure for no apparent reason. Essential hypertension. It's a finding on physical examination, and it's most frequently asymptomatic. High blood pressure is injurious to arteries over time, and it's called a silent disease because people can walk around for years with elevated blood pressure and not know it. But if the heart beats 70 times a minute, then 70 times the heart is pushing against the blood vessels. And if the pressure is low, it's less injurious to the vessels. If it's high, over time, that injures the blood vessels. Additionally, the heart is pushing, and if the heart has to push harder against blood vessels, that weakens the heart over time. So it's two things. It's injury to the heart and it's injury to the organs that are affected by the blood vessels. My advice to people who are at risk for high blood pressure is try and get your weight in normal. So normal weight is a body mass index of 20 to 25. Lower your abdominal girth. So in men, they say a 40-inch girth. If you have a 40-inch girth, you have about a 10-year decrease in your lifespan. And if you're a woman, it's 35 inches. So get your girth in place. Check your blood pressure. Get a blood pressure cuff and trick it at home, or when you go to the store, sit and see what your blood pressure is. And if it's elevated, wait 10 minutes and check it again. Talk to your doctor and use your doctor's advice, and don't accept a blood pressure that's elevated. It's every minute your blood pressure elevation is striking your blood vessels and putting pressure on your heart. So address it. You'll live longer, you'll be less at the doctor's, and you'll feel better when you're doing it.